Yeah.
So, well, you can't. We're taking our country back from Russia.
Are you a betting person? Are you a betting person?
You are a
Are you a betting person? Are you a betting person?
Talk about triggered, huh?
Howdy, Patriots. All right, you got a couple of grand guys here. Stephen is a warrior who I originally met at a protest in Baton Rouge to reopen the state. He's the guy that has the business cards that I've been talking about. Some of you requested to get JPEGs up. That is in the description, so you can go in the description. You can download the PDF or whatever the hell it is to go ahead and get your own cards made up. And they're business-sized cards that have little factoids in there about the the masks and the coronavirus. And you just spread them around. You just put them around everywhere. It's a great way to inform people and get people onto the deal, onto the knowledge. And then you're going to meet Hal. Hal, if any of you have been watching my videos for any length of time, you've seen before. Hal is just super knowledgeable. He's always coming up with, and he's positive. I love his positivity. He's really on about the positive aspects of where we're going and what we're doing. And but he gets into a lot of metaphysical stuff and the spiritual aspects of things and the different planes of reality. The guy just spends a lot of time doing research, and he's always coming up with places I've never even heard of to go do some research. So Hal is a great guy, and he's also my landlord. He's the gentleman that provided me with this beautiful home I'm in. So pray for him. Thank you very much, and thank him very much. So this is it. You have to forgive the fact that this video is a little chopped up in ways because the equipment that day wasn't working all that well, so the conversation is a little chopped up. It does start out as talking about, when I'm talking with Stephen, the protests that I want to organize, and I think anybody across the land that might want to try this, to get a groups of people to walk in unmasked to like a Whole Foods or any of the places that ban you from going in without a mask. And just 30 of us walk in and and film it and have the information on hand as to why the masks are unnecessary, and challenge them to arrest you and take you to court and have them bring their evidence and we bring ours, because all of this is illegal under color of law. They do not have a scientific or legal leg to stand on. This is all corporate medical tyranny. And the more of us that stand up to it, the quicker it ends. If we do not stand up to it, they will continue to roll over us. And then the vaccines will come out, and they'll do the same thing with the vaccines. And then, of course, we're all pretty much toast after that. So, with that in mind, let's get into this and applaud all the warriors. See you on the other side. How you doing, brother?
Got a nice spot here, man.
Oh, yeah.
Have to pay like a fee for this to the city?
No.
Everybody's just confronting the government about it, but this corporate motherfuckers behind them are pulling the strings that actually affecting our lives, right?
Well, that's why I picked on Bezos and Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Because, he's one of the big string pullers behind the whole leftist bullshit.
Dr. Evil.
Yeah, so I figured, let's hit Whole Foods. Let's poke him. and do that number. I mean, what do they? What's the worst? All right. So let's say 30 of us went. They'd have to have 30 cop cars show up to, because they have 30 cop cars to show up if there's 2 people doing something.
Right.
So they have to pull resources from all over the place.
Yeah.
It would definitely create a stir. Other people besides us would be filming it.
And if you did it like in 2 places simultaneously, yeah, right.
Yeah, just, ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. And I can't see how it wouldn't make the news, for one. If not the news, the shit news, they would probably hope would.
Yeah.
But it'd certainly make InfoWars.
Oh, you got contacts.
Yeah, I got contact with them anyway, so it'd certainly make InfoWars. It might make Breitbart. Certainly probably make Gateway Pundit. So it would hit the sources that we want, and hopefully other people will go, that's a great idea, let's do
Just
that.
fucking do it,
and just start overwashing these guys and hitting them with it. Well, they say, oh, screw this. We can't even do business. We got these 100 people coming in a day screwing us up. We have to stop and deal with them. We can't do business.
Right.
All right, just get in here.
Right.
Just get them to, use the same tactics you're using against us.
Right.
And just overwhelm them with, all right.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
But these people. I mean, I had my own experience early on at Trader Joe's in Baton Rouge, and I hadn't been back, but they were like fucking Nazis, man.
Yeah.
It's like, and at this point, it wasn't even the mask mandate wasn't even out. They had just set up their shit and all. It was like, wash your hands before you come in. So I walked right on past, and the girl said, I said, no, I don't need that. It causes cancer. It probably does. So, I'm out doing my shopping, got my little bag, my basket. All of a sudden, 2 of them are in my face. Why don't you want to protect people? Hand him my fucking basket. I said, you don't want to shop here? Man, they took it readily. They didn't want me in there. These people are mind controlled by this corporate.
Why don't you walk around behind people and everything they touch and put back in the shelf, go wipe it off with some Lysol? You make sure everything is spotless.
Just carry a couple of cans in a hose.
Yeah, right. They don't understand herd immunity. I understand that we need germs. I love George Carlin's thing about, you ever catch George Carlin's skit on germs?
Sure I have, but it's not coming up right now.
Go back and watch it, Stephen.
Yeah.
You will. It is hilarious.
Yeah,
he goes. I was born in Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, we went swimming in the fucking East River, man, because it was fucking hot. Yeah, I've seen that one. Yeah. And we were swimming with the turds.
Right. So the bacteria got a fucking chance with me. I'll bitch slap back there. Hey, City, into your Trumper?
Yeah, somewhat. Not a Biden.
That's for damn.
Hey, brother man.
How are you, man?
Good to see you, man. Good to be seen.
Wow.
Yeah, I know. This is my first time out in about, 3 months?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Still at the casino?
Sort of. I haven't worked there since March, but I'm still furloughed.
Wow.
They furloughed.
Are they open at all?
They're like 20%. I went through there yesterday. It's miserable. I'm so glad they didn't call me back yet. They're torturing these poor dealers, The environment they got to work in is very gloomy. They got to stay with the mask on.
Yeah,
You're dealing with the people there aren't having fun because they can only put 3 people to a table and they're spread out, so there's no socializing. It's like just horrible.
Yeah, that's the worst thing. This pall is hanging over everybody's head.
Yeah.
Right?
The psychological
2 more months. We'll go away.
Maybe.
They will.
You think so?
COVID thing will, but they'll come at us with something else.
Oh, they'll try, but it ain't gonna work because
I'm thinking the economy is going to be the next thing they're going to crash.
Yeah.
well, it will crash. The stock market will crash, but that'll be a good thing because then we can switch over because the Fed no longer exists. that.
So you're hoping they get rid of the Fed? You
They
think they'll
already
do
did.
it?
They got absorbed into the Treasury. They took on so much debt. They took on all these notes. I mean, all the debt, and the Treasury held the notes. So now, what happened with Obama when he bailed out the banks back then? Trump did the opposite. He bailed out the people and made the banks take on that debt. So now the Treasury hold the note. They took them right over.
I've heard this.
It was a good merge.
I've heard this, but you never really see any real confirmations of it.
Well, you see it in little areas. Right
In
now.
little
If you look-
ways,
If you punch
yeah.
up, the national debt clock.
Yeah.
Look at it. Punch it up. It's running backwards. It's running backwards.
I haven't looked at it in ages. Yeah. The
So
number
why
was too big
why
for me.
the explosion in gold and silver now?
Gold and silver is going to back the dollar pretty soon. Once the market crashes, we're going back to gold and silver. That's why people are hoarding this shit right now. And that's why it's going up. But the Sarah was supposed to take place originally during 9/11, and Daddy Bush put an end to that. 9/11 hit. We had all that gold at the bottom of the World Trade Center. They stole all that shit out of it. Yeah, he just said put the kibosh on it. That's when it was supposed to go into effect. And they didn't have the means to do it, but now Trump does. He's got the means to do it.
Where did he get the gold then?
The gold is confiscated from all the people who've had the gold illegally. People keep saying, I'll give you an example. Like people say, well, if Trump does the paycheck payroll tax thing, how are you going to pay for Social Security? And he keeps saying, don't worry about it, we got the money. He's got trillions and trillions of dollars that were confiscated from people who were in illegal activities, drug lords, all this stuff from all over the world, seized their assets. So we're talking tons and tons and tons of money.
So then
And that's all going to be redistributed.
So then he's going to be the target. I mean,
He already mentioned that one time when we talked about the pharmaceuticals.
Yeah.
He goes, I'm taking the middleman out of the pharmaceuticals. He goes, they make more money than the pharmaceuticals and the doctors. Very rich people. He goes, I got some rich enemies, so you might not see me for a while. He said that during the Whirlpool speech. So they're keeping him well protected right now because they're gunning for him.
I've always been gunning for.
They were always, I saw that they tried it
25 times.
25 times before he even was inaugurated. Before he even got in the office, they tried to kill him.
Well, it's always a pleasure hearing your outlook
I
on things
still
because
do
you got that always positive.
Well,
It's going to get
I
there.
read other things too, which some people aren't ready for that. What I'm into. Some people aren't ready for that information yet because they're not gonna.
Well, yeah.
They're not gonna think it's a credible source because they're not used to the physical and metaphysical. But not according to our linear timeline, but the metaphysical timeline. We've already won. The war is over.
Right.
The war is already over.
I
We've already
believe that.
won. But it's got to play out. It's got to play out because the masses are still asleep.
Thank you, man.
The masses are still asleep. So
Yeah.
the people you see in power aren't the original people in power. They've already been arrested and executed. A lot of you.
So
What you're seeing is you're seeing doubles, you're seeing clones, you're seeing CGI, you're seeing tapes from the past that they've redone. Yeah, and it's very obvious. You can see the fakery. But we've already won the war. God wins all the time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's already been mapped out. We just have to go through our part.
And they say it depends on how long it takes. Depends upon our progress and
That's what I just said. Right.
you know. Nobody
Have
hurts.
you-
So, do you have faith in Durham and hard?
Yeah, I do. I do. If they fuck up, they're gonna fuck up. Look at Bannon. He fucked up. You gotta get people. People aren't perfect. People, you know, they got motives. But we knew Bannon was a flip flop from the beginning. He was a useful idiot though for what he was used for. But after that, you could see it coming because he had run-ins before.
I thought it was Trump kind of coming out. It was a week or 10 days before he got arrested, saying that whole wall thing was to embarrass me, kind of a deal.
Well, he said, yeah, he said that wasn't part of my deal. He goes, I don't believe in that group
Yeah,
funding.
he said that before it was even arrested, so he knew that was coming.
Then people would turn that around and say, well, he lies. He was for the wall, now he's not for the wall.
It's for his wall.
Yeah, well, they're always going to twist something.
Right.
It's like they keep trying to time the Epstein. That is a good one. You ever listen to Liz Crokin? Gotta go. She used to be a journalist on some of the major networks.
The name is familiar.
She goes after the pedophiles. She's the one that's exposing all the pedophiles. She talks about how people keep trying to lump Trump in with Epstein, like the media, and she goes through a whole thing for 20 minutes explaining the relationship between Trump and Epstein. And how Trump, even though he was rich and he partied with these people, he wasn't one of these people. And the fact that he was working with the government even back then, because he was the reason why Epstein got arrested the first time. Because the FBI said, out of everybody, Trump was the only one that gave us all this information, he volunteered all this information, and he was forthcoming about what was going on with Epstein. And so the reason why he got arrested this time was because of Trump. So there was no love lost there. They were in the same circles. They might have partied in the same circles. He was with them, but he wasn't one of them. And he was there because he was checking out everything. He was into going after the pedophiles long before he got into office.
It kind of reminds we haven't heard anything about his girlfriend, his pimp girlfriend. The one they arrested, the one they had, what's her name? The one who was his pimp, the one that was Epstein's pimp.
Ghislaine.
Ghislaine. We haven't heard much about her.
Yeah, they're just trying to keep her alive right now. But she's worse than Epstein. She was the one controlling Epstein. Because you gotta remember, her father was Mossad and MI6. He was major counter spy. And she was his favorite daughter, named Yad after him. So you know that he taught her the tricks of the trade. And she's connected with Mossad and all those people. So she carried on his work using Jeffrey. Knowing that Jeffrey has got his perversions, he was useful in that way. And that he can get these people trapped. He gave him the money, get these people trapped into these situations. You know who else is like that, believe it or not? Hugh Hefner. You go think back. In the grotto, all those famous people that were making love or having sex in the grotto, you don't think Hefner was taping all that shit? He had tunnels that went under his house. One of them went all the way to Jack Nicholson's house. It was like escape routes. Yeah. So Hefner was like a precursor to Epstein. Nobody talks about that because the technology wasn't there back then to realize that. Yeah. But Maxwell came out. I mean, Andrew shit in his pants. I'm surprised Clinton even spoke at the DNC with that big picture of him in a blue dress. Come on.
Wait. Hunter Biden spoke at the damn.
He's still alive?
He spoke at the
DNC.
I heard he was going to speak the last night.
I don't know. I got to check it out.
But if you caught any of the talks, the speakers they had during the daytime?
I just catch the highlights. Because it was all virtual.
The ones in the daytime. Tucker did an episode on it. He says, you got to catch these people in the daytime. We got one transgender unicorn, whatever. I mean, on and on with this, speaking about how just gibberish, insanity.
I saw the music at the end with Rob Portman and Stephen Stills, that music thing they did at the end.
Yeah.
Looking at them like, what the hell is that? Rob Portman's dancing around in their dress, and Stephen Stills looks like he's been dead for 10 years. Yeah. They don't realize he's an outsider. He's not one of them. He's one of us. One of us. Well, he's got a lot of money to represent him.
Well, he's a billionaire, and he's got kind of a checkered past too. You know?
Well, he's a human too. He's not Jesus Christ.
Right. Yeah. I'm not condemning the guy. I'm just saying
he might have had things in the past, but nothing that'll bring him down. Believe me, the military vetted him fully before they asked him to run. They vetted him up and down, so they know everything that's getting thrown at him, he can withstand. They vetted him like you wouldn't believe. Because when they asked him to run, they said, "We need you to run. We need you to finance your own campaign because you can't be beholden to anybody." And he did. And he doesn't draw a salary to this day. He doesn't draw a salary. He's lost more money just being president.
Yeah.
Who would put themselves in that position? From having the world by the balls, you can party, you can do whatever you want, you got a life of luxury, to give all that up to have all these people hate you. But yet, get so much done at the same time. You know he was picked. He was chosen. I would get on the phone, I love talking to him. I've known him for 30 years, and he was always like, yeah, Trump this, Trump that. I'm like, T. I said, you got to understand something. I would explain things, like, yeah, I don't know. But then I would send him something to look at, and eventually he would send me stuff. Hey, look at this. And I would look at what he sent me. It was something I've already looked at. I'm like, I said, I'm glad to see that you're starting to do your homework, and I'm glad to see that you're starting to research and stuff. The last time he called me, he goes, hey, Hal, guess what I'm voting for this year? Trump. I said, oh my God. He just did a complete, and he works for FEMA.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And,
Well, look how many people, I mean, Antifa and Black Lives Matter are chasing away.
oh, yeah.
I mean, they didn't mention any of the riots and the bullshit that's going on at the DNC, right?
black
It's like it
people-
ain't happening, yet the people living in those cities have to step over that crap. New York is what? The dead zone now, right?
People are leaving it in droves. All the rich people are. People
No,
that
yeah.
pay the taxes.
Just so good.
They're all leaving. I was like, come on.
Look what you did.
They're leaving there, they're leaving California in droves.
Yeah.
Hollywood is leaving. Hollywood is emptying out. Because their time is limited.
Yeah. So what's going to take the place? I mean, we can't really abandon New York. New York, it's not a place you can just.
New York is a financial center.
Yeah. So I mean, what's going to fill the void? Because if indeed, let's say the transition happens, let's say that, we do away with the Fed, and all of a sudden we have a resurgence back, will New York fill back up?
Yeah. It might not. It's tough to tell what it will be like, but it won't be like this because people will have a higher level of consciousness. They're going to learn to get along.
Yeah.
Do it while you can, and we're taking our country back from Russia.
Are you a betting person? Are you a betting person?
You are a
Are you a betting person? Are you a betting person?
Talk about triggered, huh?
We love you, man. We love you.
You don't have to say it.
Anytime you want to make a bet, come on back. I'll give you odds. Oh, isn't that cute? Vulgar and stupid's not a way to go through life. Thanks for your vulgarity.
Very nice vulgarity.
And then the people that I knew that are against Trump were the most nice, loving people, and they turn into that.
Yeah.
They trigger. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's mind control.
And Russia? What does Russia got to do?
It's cognitive dissonance. It upsets their frequency of what they've been indoctrinated. It goes against everything, so they fight it. It's fear. Fear makes you angry.
Whew.
Yep.
Well, good luck. Thanks, guys.
Oh, thank you very much. God bless you.
Yeah. Take care. Thank you. Keep it up.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. Very kind of you. Very
You
kind
too,
of you.
man. You too.
All right.
Have a nice day.
Take care.
Yeah, for sure.
How am I going to give this up?
You're having too much fun.
I can't give this up.
The mom with her 3 little piglets. It's just unbelievable. I watch them and you just see it like building up at them,
Russia. What? Russia?
She's still
You're a Russian.
I know, Red. What the hell's... Didn't we have a 3.5-year investigation? 3-year investigation on that? Nothing. What are you talking about, Russia?
Catch up.
Russia.
We're in China now.
Right.
That's right. But as far as China goes, remember the Cultural Revolution? We've had a quiet cultural revolution here just by the fact that they took out football and shit.
Oh, God, yeah. Look at it. I mean, if you would have told me 5-6 months ago that we'd be here right now in this bit, like all the sports would be, even NASCAR, all those rednecks, probably the only thing that hasn't been is completely gone in the shitter has been hockey.
That's because they stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Yeah.
Stand for the national anthem.
Well, it's hard to kneel on ice too.
You're not going to argue with a guy with a stick.
And with all that padding on.
You're not going to argue with a guy with a stick in his hand.
Indeed. So yeah, I mean, the cultural shift we've gone through in a matter of months is mind-boggling.
Yeah.
And I like the touch that Trump says. If they piss him off, he's like, I don't like you. Nobody will patronize. I don't like you. Nobody will patronize. You're an idiot. Nobody will patronize. Like Goodyear right now. Because they tried their socialist thing saying you can wear BLM hats and all that other stuff, but you can't wear a MAGA hat. And he's like, that's not right. He goes, stop buying
That ain't
guitars. And
American.
now their stock just
China.
dropped.
That ain't American.
I'm looking at, isn't there a good opportunity now for American right-leaning companies to come in and fill that void?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know, Trump and the weather control, very interesting story.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah. So, you know, this first one that they had, what was it? Carbon, what was the name? Anyway, it petered out. I saw a tweet by Trump, supposedly by him. Everyone wanted to blame me for the storm, but no one wants to give me credit for downgrading it to a one. Sad.
Yeah.
And do you know his uncle was
Lou Tesla.
Yeah,
He
right.
saw some of his,
So that's in the family.
got some of his files, yeah.
That's in the family.
That's why he talks about energy and all that other stuff, free energy, and he's got a lot of that stuff, a lot of information.
Okay, thanks for coming by. Remember to like, subscribe, and contribute if you can. It's BadAssUnlceSam.com, and hit that shop button or the donation button. Everything is well needed. Thank you very much. It's an ongoing fight. It's not going to end, and I need your help. Thank you very much, and if nothing else, please pray for me. God bless you. I'll be praying for you, and I shall see you on the streets.